Archangel Michael says, "This is not a dream, this is not superstition, this is a real spiritual disturbance manifesting in your home. You are about to uncover a secret that was planted beneath you, long before you even knew this place belonged to your destiny. Someone, with very dark intent, buried something under your house, and now, its energy has begun to awaken. At first, it was subtle. Strange feelings when you walk into certain rooms. A chill that shouldn't exist in summer, a heaviness that clings to the air like unseen hands watching you from the ground below. There were signs, but you brushed them off. Objects shifting, animals avoiding certain areas, lights flickering without cause. But all of these were whispers, soft warnings from the spiritual realm telling you something beneath your home is trying to rise. What was placed there was not just a thing, it was a curse wrapped in intention. A ritual object buried with one mission: to trap your joy, disturb your peace, and pull your life downward over time like invisible chains made of silence. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Years ago, a woman who envied your bloodline visited this property before it was even yours. She came with something concealed in a black cloth, tied with red string, and chanted over it for hours before burying it behind your back room. She did not want you to ever discover happiness in that place. This wasn't just jealousy, it was spiritual war. She saw your rising star in a vision and feared you'd surpass her. So she planted her hate beneath your foundation, believing time would hide her treachery forever. But the earth remembers. Soil holds intention. And now that object is beginning to release what it has stored for years: unease, nightmares, mood swings, confusion, fear without reason. It will start with dreams that feel too real. You'll see faces you don't recognize but who seem angry. You'll wake up at 3:00 a.m., eyes wide, heart racing, as though someone stood over your bed just seconds before. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Archangel Michael says, "The darkness buried beneath you has been leaking through. I was assigned to this moment to expose it. This message reached you now because the time of exposure has arrived. Your spiritual sensitivity has begun to rise. That tingling you feel when you pass near the wall behind the kitchen isn't your imagination. That creaking sound you heard even when no one was moving wasn't the house settling, it was the ground shifting to reveal what was buried. A neighbor knows something. They've seen her, years ago, around the property, when it was abandoned. But they kept quiet, sensing her energy and fearing what would happen if they got involved. Soon, you'll begin to lose things. Items will vanish and reappear in odd places. You'll question your own mind. That's how it begins. The spirit tied to the object starts playing with your perception. Type Amen to get blessing 555. The air in your home will thicken. You may feel like you can't breathe in certain rooms. Plants will start to die, no matter how much you water them. These are not coincidences. This object was sealed using ancient rituals, buried during a waning moon, covered with ashes and bones. It was meant to awaken slowly, draining your blessings year by year until you became hollow, doubtful, and weary. Now, it's escalating. Because you've stepped into a new spiritual awakening. Your light is burning brighter, and what's beneath the floor hates that light. It's reacting to you. Archangel Michael says, I've sent signs. Flickers. Patterns. Warnings in dreams. You must act quickly before it consumes more of your peace. Type Amen to get blessing 777. You'll notice it most during times of joy. A sudden illness, a fight, a plan falling apart for no reason. That's when its energy strikes. It's feeding on your emotional spikes, turning your highs into chaos. The woman who did this is still alive. She's watching from a distance. Her connection to the object is weakening, but she's trying to maintain it. Her spirit is tied to it through a blood offering done many years ago. She visits a spiritualist regularly to keep the binding active. But now, your light is interfering with her hold. She's panicking. You might have seen her online or heard her name come up in strange conversations. That's no accident. Once you acknowledge the buried object, it will feel threatened. The energy inside it will begin to react strongly, through sound, electricity, temperature drops, or even whispers when you're alone. Type Amen to get blessing 999. There's a presence in the house now. It's not human, but it's aware. It may appear as a shadow, as a cold spot, or even through the eyes of a stranger staring a little too long at you in public. The house isn't haunted, it's manipulated. It's been spiritually wounded by what was buried there. You have to reclaim it. You have to restore it with divine fire. Salt near the corners. Cleansing with flame and smoke. Declaring with your voice that what's beneath you has no more power. Your spoken word is a sword, it breaks invisible chains. She picked this house not because of the structure, but because of what it sat on. A ley line of energy. A spiritual gateway. She knew this place could have been your haven, so she turned it into a trap. Type Amen to get blessing 111. A dog or a child will react to that area more intensely. Animals sense it more clearly. Children may cry, freeze, or speak of imaginary people who aren't imaginary at all. The buried object is wrapped in hair and cloth and sealed with bone dust. It was cursed with incantations asking spirits to never let you rise. But she forgot one thing: she can curse a house, but she cannot curse a divine soul. Archangel Michael says, you've been marked by light. No matter what dark objects lie beneath, your fire is stronger. But you must claim it now. The ground is trembling. In the next few days, you may see a crack or disturbance in the floor or foundation near the western side of your home. That is not structural, it's spiritual. That's where it lies. Type Amen to get blessing 222. You might feel drawn to that spot without knowing why. That's the divine pushing your intuition to recognize it. Listen to that pull. Someone close to you may try to distract you from this path. They are unknowingly influenced by the same energy that wants you blind. Do not be deterred. The woman will soon lose her grip. And when she does, she may try to reach out to you, directly or indirectly. A message, a visit, a gift. Reject it. Her energy is coated in spiritual poison. Prepare your home. Prepare your voice. Because soon, you'll stand over that buried object and declare its end. Type Amen to get blessing 888. The house is not just a shelter. It's a battlefield. The moment you begin the cleansing, the air will shift. You'll feel a release, a pressure lifting as though the house itself sighs in relief. You may have to dig, literally or symbolically. But you'll find it. Covered in dirt, wrapped tight, and vibrating with silent screams that have waited years to be silenced. When you burn it or bury it in running water, it will try one last time to shake your spirit. But stand firm. Your soul is guarded now. You are not alone. Archangel Michael is stationed above. He will war on your behalf. Type Amen to get blessing 144. The woman who did this is weakening. Her spell has backfired. It's begun to affect her body, illness, fear, paranoia. Because the divine doesn't forget. You were never meant to suffer this long. But sometimes, things are delayed so that you can awaken with force. Now that you've found this message, your awareness is your weapon. What was hidden is exposed. And what's exposed loses its grip. She will feel it. She already does. That's why her dreams are full of fire now. Type Amen to get blessing 121. This is your time of restoration. The land beneath your house is reclaiming its peace. Your home will become a sanctuary again. The buried object may have taken your joy for a season, but it can't stop what's coming for you next: elevation, clarity, divine visitations, unstoppable growth. The smell of something burning in the house with no source, that will be your final confirmation. That's the spirit inside it burning out. Rejoice when it comes. You are not a victim. You are a warrior of light. And now, your home will carry the same truth. Type Amen to get blessing 636. If you feel heat in your palms as you read this, it's because your power is awakening. Your touch can cleanse what others fear. Your voice can undo what was sealed in whispers. You were chosen to own that house for a reason. And no buried curse can stop your rightful destiny from blooming now. What started years ago beneath your feet, is ending now, under your command, with divine force, and with heavenly justice rising like a flame through your walls. Type Amen to get blessing 303. What you are about to experience next will feel like a spiritual earthquake. The foundations will not crack in the physical world, but in the spiritual realm, something ancient is breaking. A hold that once wrapped around your home in silence is now loosening its grip under divine pressure. You may feel emotional waves for no reason. 1 minute, you'll feel overwhelmed. The next, peaceful, like something invisible finally stepped back. That's not coincidence. That's release. That's the buried energy starting to dissolve from your timeline. The longer you remain aware, the weaker it becomes. It doesn't want you strong. It doesn't want you alert. But now that you are, it has no more hiding places left beneath your floor. Type Amen to get blessing 747. You will receive dreams with instructions. Specific details, symbols, even directions. Do not ignore them. Write them down the moment you awaken. That's your higher self collaborating with divine guardians. Your ancestors are watching this unfold. Many of them wept when that woman buried that object. But now, they're rejoicing, because they know this cycle ends with you. You're the one in the bloodline who was chosen to break it. Others came close, but only you reached this level of divine awareness to fully uncover and remove the seal. Expect contact from people you haven't heard from in years. Some will be confused. Others will be aggressive. It's because the energies tied to that object are beginning to scatter, and it's causing chaos in those who unknowingly carry spiritual links to it. Type Amen to get blessing 181. Archangel Michael says, the time has come for full exposure. There will be no mercy for the darkness planted in innocence. I will swing the sword where needed, but you must stand in boldness. There is one window in your house where the light never fully enters. You've probably sensed it. The corner stays darker, the shadows linger longer, and something about it feels off. That's one of the energy points connected to what was buried. Place salt around it. Let light touch that spot. Keep sound playing, music, prayer, declarations, because silence is where shadows gather. The more vibration, the less ground it can hold. One day soon, you'll dig. It might be spiritual digging through memories, or literal, breaking the soil behind a room no one uses anymore. Either way, what's buried will rise to the surface. Type Amen to get blessing 373. It may be wrapped in rotten cloth or sealed in rusted containers. You may find remnants of nails, string, teeth, or bones. These are all tools of dark rituals used to bind fate and confuse identity. Do not fear what you see. What once held power no longer can. You are spiritually shielded now. The air may feel tense as you begin. You might feel nauseous, dizzy, or hear sounds that don't come from the physical world. That's the final attempt of the energy trying to protect itself. But you are not alone. Every step you take toward the buried object, 1,000 heavenly forces walk beside you. Each step you make in faith burns the connection down even more. Type Amen to get blessing 414. Once the object is removed or destroyed, 3 things will shift immediately. First, your sleep. You will finally rest like a child again. The torment will vanish. Second, your finances. Money that seemed stuck, delayed, or drained will begin to flow back to you in unexpected waves. Third, your peace. The silence in your home will no longer be eerie, it will be sacred. You will feel light, grounded, and like the very walls are embracing you. After this is done, the woman will feel it. You may hear she's falling ill, seeing visions, or withdrawing from people. That's not your concern. Her own deeds are returning to her. Every seed she buried now rises in her own life as a harvest of judgment. Type Amen to get blessing 828. It's time to spiritually cleanse every item in the house. Nothing flashy is needed, just intent and sound. Your words carry divine electricity now. Walk from room to room and declare aloud, this house belongs to light. No object, no shadow, no voice, no curse can dwell here anymore. Each time you say it, energy will shift. The walls will echo with alignment. If you find strange items you didn't place, small trinkets, unfamiliar bottles, odd jewelry, do not touch them with bare hands. Wrap them in cloth and remove them from the home completely. Fire or running water will end their grip. Burn what can be burned, and what cannot should be tossed into a natural body of water. Don't leave it in the trash, it needs to be spiritually disconnected. Type Amen to get blessing 119. After this, you may cry. Let yourself. That's not weakness, it's release. You're letting go of years of silent burdens that weren't even yours to carry. The home will change. You'll hear laughter return, feel warmth you forgot existed, and even smell the natural scent of the air again, free from hidden influences. And don't be surprised if people begin to be drawn to your house. Friends you haven't seen, strangers who comment on how peaceful it feels. That's because your home will now become a spiritual beacon. No longer a trap. Now a sanctuary. Type Amen to get blessing 222. When the final piece is removed, there may be a storm. Literally or spiritually. Don't fear it, that's the purge. It's the wind carrying away what used to weigh you down. Archangel Michael says, your name is now written on the gates of protection. No buried curse will hold a child of fire. No shadow can stand in a room where truth has spoken. There will be silence after. Deep, sacred silence. That's when you'll know, it's finished. From that day forward, you will start to dream in clarity again. Ideas, inventions, breakthroughs will rush in because the fog is lifted. Your creativity will flow. Your power will intensify. Type Amen to get blessing 393. A mentor or spiritual figure may reach out to you soon. Someone who carries similar wisdom. Don't brush them off, they are part of the next level. They'll confirm details you thought were too strange to speak. Your house isn't just a home, it's a divine assignment. A gate, a portal, a spiritual location marked for light. And now, you have cleansed it with fire and truth. Others will walk into it and be healed, even if they don't understand why. The air you breathe will carry your power. Your voice will echo through its walls as a shield. You are not just surviving, you're now leading. Type Amen to get blessing 565. Keep an object of light near the front door. A candle, a crystal, a written declaration. Let it be a spiritual signal that no darkness enters again. What began with buried intention has ended in divine revelation. What she tried to hide has become the very fuel of your ascension. You are no longer under the floor, you are above the battlefield. Crowned. Guarded. Enlightened. This house will now speak your truth, and the land beneath it will honor your soul. Type Amen to get blessing 636. When the final spiritual weight lifts from the soil beneath you, a silence will fall, not the silence of fear, but of sacred stillness. You will feel it in your bones. A new vibration. A different hum in the air, as if your house has finally exhaled after holding its breath for years. Don't ignore the shift, it's a celebration in the spirit realm. Light has won. Your home is no longer a battlefield. It is now a throne room of peace, a dwelling wrapped in invisible fire that no curse can re-enter. Archangel Michael says, the veil has lifted, and now the winds of justice are blowing in your favor. You are standing not just in victory, but in prophecy fulfilled. From this point forward, your house becomes a fortress. Your floor becomes sacred ground. Your door becomes a divine gate. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Now comes the sealing. You must protect what you have reclaimed. Just as one buried object shifted your life, now a divine declaration can seal your space in perpetual protection. Write this message and place it on your front door or under your pillow. No spirit, no weapon, no voice, no plan formed in secret shall ever rise again within this place. This home is under divine surveillance. Say it aloud every morning for 7 days. Every repetition tightens the spiritual wall. Every syllable becomes a sword. The woman who once cursed this house may try to return, not always in person, but through energy, conversation, or sent items. Do not accept gifts without discernment. Bless everything before it enters. You've now become a light too strong to extinguish. Type Amen to get blessing 888. If a mirror in the house ever cracks suddenly without reason, do not panic. That's the final fragment of the curse breaking. Clean it carefully, burn sage or holy incense near the area, and declare, what was watching has now vanished. The reason she buried something wasn't just to harm, it was to stop your timeline. She saw what your life could become, and in her desperation, tried to derail it with darkness. But nothing buried under you could bury what was inside you. Your soul was stronger than the soil that held that wicked thing. And now, that power in you is breaking open like thunder. Blessings that were delayed will come suddenly. Connections will spark. Health will shift. And doors, yes, doors you thought were forever closed, will now burst open wide. Type Amen to get blessing 969. Pay attention in the next 21 days. You will receive 3 signs confirming the restoration. 1. A letter, message, or call from someone who once ghosted you, but this time, they come with truth. 2. A financial surprise, a refund, a gift, or forgotten money that shows up unexpectedly. 3. A moment where a stranger stares at you as if they've seen light pouring from your face. Do not ignore any of these. These are confirmations that heaven has replaced what was once hidden beneath your home with divine favor. There is no more fear now. There is only revelation, restitution, and rise. Type Amen to get blessing 313. You are walking proof that nothing buried can stop what's born of fire. You are proof that spiritual warfare ends in spiritual victory. Your house will feel different now. The sounds at night will cease. The flickering, the whispers, the uneasiness, gone. Light will pour into corners that stayed dark for years. You'll sleep deeper. You'll wake lighter. You'll laugh for no reason. Because peace has returned. From now on, every step you take across that floor is like thunder in the spirit. And nothing buried beneath can ever silence you again. Type Amen to get blessing 151. There will be people who feel uncomfortable around you now. Let them go. Their spirit is resisting your new light. That is their battle, not yours. Your home may become a place others come to for clarity. Do not be surprised if friends say they feel different after visiting. Your space now carries healing frequency. You've built more than a house, you've built a sanctuary. A lighthouse. A spiritual weapon dressed as a home. This is now the safest place in your entire journey. Type Amen to get blessing 828. The woman who once buried that item will soon be exposed in front of others. Whether spiritually or physically, her secrets will not stay hidden. What she wished for you will return to her threefold. And you don't need to do a thing. Divine justice is automatic when light is revealed. Do not speak her name with hate. Just speak truth. Let the universe take care of her path, while you rise above the soil she once tried to turn against you. You are not the victim of her actions, you are the proof that darkness cannot keep its hold forever. Type Amen to get blessing 404. Celebrate this moment. Light a candle. Play music. Dance alone in the hallway if you must. Your home has transitioned from cursed to crowned. Mark this day. It's not just about something being removed, it's about something being born. A new level of protection, a new chapter, a new alignment. If you wish to honor this victory further, place a small white stone near the area where the object was buried. Let it represent purity, truth, and return. Every time you pass by it, whisper, "I am free now." Because you are. Truly. Fully. Eternally. Type Amen to get blessing 990.